the AI lesson generator, if you've not seen it, we've changed our homepage a little bit from last year. And we have this banner up here at the top that says bring your lessons to life, and you've got a couple of options here. So just off the bat too, this is something that the AI lesson generator specifically is available for school and district accounts. So if you're a silver account, you can feel free to watch, but you will not see this button in your account. You can certainly talk with your school administrators and our sales team and try to get access to that. So the way you use our AI lesson generator is we've made it as easy as possible. So just pulling up this kind of initial prompt that says, let us help you create a lesson. If you're a big user of AI, you know that there are a lot of different tips and tricks that you can do entering a prompt into an AI like ChatGPT. But what we've aimed to do is just take a lot of that work out for you folks. So um, the lesson generator that we've built takes the topic that you put in and turns it into a prompt. So rather than having to think through all of the different things to tell it, like we are trying to take a lot of that and do it for you. And so much of what has kind of gone into the secret sauce behind the scenes is just training an AI to think and produce a lesson like a teacher would. So really kind of employing those strategies of backwards design, starting with the lesson that you're or the topic that you're trying to generate on, splitting that out into learning segments, coming up with different assessments for each segment, kind of designing backwards into pulling out vocabulary for your lesson. And that is that is kind of the I think some of the difference that sets this apart from some of the other AI tools, in addition to the fact that it is going to create a full lesson for you. So both instructional slides and interactive activities, all directly into Nearpod. So if you were just to kind of show you how it works, you can make your topic as complicated or as simple as you possibly can. We'll go ahead and just generate a lesson on, let's say, the 13 colonies. Pretty simple subject. You can enter a standard here, so you can select. We've got a bunch of different types of standards, including state-aligned standards. And yeah, here we go. And you can kind of narrow it down from here. You can narrow your grades, you can choose your standards, and all of that just gives the LLM more information about what it is that you're looking for. So a tip with AI typically is that the more information you give it, the better your output is going to be. So while you don't have to select a standard and you also don't have to select a grade, if you go ahead and you do that, it's going to give it more information, which will probably get it closer to what you are trying to get out of it. So once you've got your topic entered, you have all of your selections made as you want to. The first thing that we're going to do here is generate an outline. So rather than waiting the full minute or however long it takes to generate a lesson, what we're doing here is just giving you a chance to preview what it is that we're going to create for you. So from here, you can kind of see it. You can see it start to like type out what it is that it's going to create. It's summarizing every slide for you. You can see different slides here. You can also see activities that we've inserted. So here's an open-ended question. We've got a collaborate board, a couple of collaborate boards. And as it's generating all of that, then it's going to come back and give you a vocab list for that lesson. And from here, you can also make adjustments. So you can delete certain slides. So if there's something in there that you don't want to create or that you don't need, you can remove that here. You can also reposition things. So you can move those kind of those learning chunks or things that you want into a different order. If you get into it and you see something that doesn't quite match what it is that you were trying to do, you can go back from here and edit your topic. So this is really just intended to kind of give you a glimpse before you spend the time to make the lesson itself. So let's say we're looking through it. It all looks good. It's exactly what we want for our class. We can go ahead and just click the create a lesson button. So the lesson generation will take typically around 30 to 45 seconds. So it's not long, but it's going to feel a little bit long while we're sitting here. And really what it's doing is just kind of pulling together like the text that you might generate in a chat GPT or a tool like that is going directly into slides. We're creating the lesson for you. We're populating all the activities for you and giving you really that full kind of Nearpod interactivity that we all know and love. So yeah, and let's see, we'll continue to wait for a little bit, but just while we're here, anyone who's just joining, I'm Christy Frink, product manager with Nearpod. I was part of the team that built our AI lesson generator, so typically I am behind the scenes. Today I am in front of the camera, but what I'm doing here today is just showing off the AI lesson generator if you've not seen it before. So here we've gotten to the lesson. We see that our lesson is ready. I think the important call out here too is just take time to review and edit the lesson. So a big part of what we really wanted to put at the center of our lesson generator is that AI is something that can cut time and it can speed things up, but it can also make mistakes. And we never want to put something in front of the class that has not been reviewed by a human. So we want to give you ample opportunity and really encourage you to go through slide by slide and check what has come out of the AI. We have a ton of validations and a ton of guards to keep everything super safe. But it can also make mistakes with dates, with accuracy, with just pulling in things that maybe don't make as much sense. So while we have a lot in place that prevents that, we still encourage you to go through and just do a very careful review of everything once you get it. So yeah, we can see here, this is our lesson. We've got an introduction to 13 colonies, and we've generated you a nice little cover image here. That's something that we're really excited about. We had not planned on including this with the release, but one of our engineers got very creative and excited about it and figured it out for us. And it's really cool. I think anything that you come up with, it'll spit out an image for, and it's really exciting. So we can see from here, all of your AI generated slides have this little thing that says, like, its little sparkle icon, and it says this slide was created for AI or created with AI. And that's, again, this is just going back to our kind of commitment to making sure that it's clear what's coming out of AI versus what's coming out of a human, and making sure that you have an opportunity to see it and review it before it goes in front of your classroom. We also have these little blue dot kind of unread indicators that I think we're all used to seeing in our inboxes and things like that to let you know that these are slides that need your eyeballs on them. So when we start looking through the lesson, of course, we had our outline going, and now we can see the full slide. So the outline would give you kind of a summary or breakdown of the slides. This is giving you the full text. So every lesson is going to begin with learning objectives. So we're taking the topic that you've entered and we're deriving the learning objectives. They're all kind of in this format of, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to, with a couple of bullet points, here we've got identify, describe, all of that stuff. And then the vocabulary that I mentioned is down here. So for every lesson, we're generating a vocabulary list for you. And that is typically just a short list of words that then appear throughout the presentation. And here we can just go through kind of and look slide by slide. So we've got an open-ended question. And you can see like this is kind of the opening of the lesson intended to see where students are at, what do you think life was like in the 13 colonies? So starting to get student brains kind of thinking about that in an open-ended way. And really starting to, my computer is slow is what's happening here, but yeah, you can start to see just the types of slides that are coming out of it, which all kind of follow a very similar format, very thoughtful format. You'll notice here that we don't have images. Outside of the cover slide, there are no pictures in the lesson. So this is, again, a place where we see this and want to put this out as a starting point for you. So I think image generation is something that that AI is not amazing at this point. So we are kind of experimenting with ways that we might be able to pull that stuff in. But for right now, we want you to be able to go in, take a look at the slides, add things that your students will respond to. You know your classroom the best. And you can just go in and kind of dress up and edit these slides however you'd like to from here. And at this point, it's really just like any other Nearpod lesson. So you can edit it just like any lesson that you've created yourself. You can delete slides, you can edit things, you can add new activities if you want to add something that's not been shown here. You can add your 3D, or VR field trips. You can add other types of activities, videos, all that. And then once you're done, you can save your lesson and launch it just like you would normally. So it really is, we've intended for it to be really integrated into the product and just be something that feels very familiar to you. If you're used to creating lessons in Nearpod, the process of creating an AI lesson is not very much different from that. And that's by intent, because we don't want to create stuff that you have to kind of relearn and learn new ways of doing things. We want to make it as easy as possible for you because we know that your time is limited.